Good morning. In this occasion, we'd like to present our paper titled "The Urgent Need for Land Subsidence Education in Indonesia to Increase Community Awareness and Preparedness." Land subsidence has occurred in 134 districts across 21 provinces in Indonesia. According to Andreas et al. 2019, most of the land subsidence occurred in the North Java and also in East Sumatra, and some of land subsidence are found in West Kalimantan and also in Central Kalimantan. To increase resilience of the communities, education is very important to increase the knowledge and also awareness. This has been also stipulated by the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction 2015-2030, especially through Priority 3, investing in disaster risk reduction for resilience. Although education on natural hazards and disasters in Indonesia have begun, the materials have included the rapid onset disasters such as earthquake, floods, landslides, volcanic eruptions, but there is only a little to no mention of land subsidence. So this paper aims to provide state-of-the-art knowledge on land subsidence hazard in Indonesia, and also propose a framework for land subsidence education. The methods employed include literature study with special emphasis to land subsidence in Java Island. In Java Island, as you can see in the map, land subsidence occurred within the recent alluvial deposit in Jakarta, Bekasi, Indramayu, Cirebon, Pekalongan, Semarang, and also Surabaya. Land subsidence also occur in Bandung within the lake deposit. Both the recent alluvial and the lake deposit have the engineering properties of high compressibility, making them prone to subsidence. Different from other mentioned hazards which are rapid onset, land subsidence is a slow onset which occurs gradually over a long time. For example, here we can see the picture, a famous picture of Professor Poland in 1977 in some park in Cali, California, where he stands near a pole. This pole shows that 9 meters of subsidence have occurred since 1925 to 1977, which is corresponding to a rate about 17 centimeters per year. Some subsidence mechanism can be caused by a natural and anthropogenic causes, such as a natural compaction, construction of building infrastructures, and also reclamation, by phreatic groundwater drainage, and also due to exploitation of deep groundwater. To understand the subsurface movement, we need land subsidence monitoring. Land subsidence monitoring can be achieved by geodetic methods such as GPS, and INSAR, and spirit leveling, and also can be achieved by ground-based methods such as borehole extensometer. The GPS and INSAR have a resolution of 10 to 20 millimeters. Both have the advantage of having a large spatial scale, so we can get the results in a regional way. We can understand the subsidence phenomenon throughout spatial regions. The borehole extensometer has the advantage of high resolution of 0.1 to 1 millimeters, And the only drawback is it is a point measurement, so we can only get one data for one point. It is very expensive to construct. So if we want to understand the spatial scale of land subsidence, we have to construct many borehole extensometers, which are very expensive. In Java Island, Badan Geologi have installed borehole extensometer in Jakarta, in Pekalongan, and also in Semarang. The ideal monitoring of land subsidence should combine both the high resolution and the high point resolution, and also the high spatial resolution such as GPS and InSat. The impacts of land subsidence are manifested in cracks in roads and also in buildings, floods, subsided houses, permanent and increased inundation. Such these phenomena are found in Jakarta, Indramayu, Semarang, Pekalongan, Surabaya, and other places. We proposed a framework for the land subsidence education in Indonesia for formal and informal types of education. Introductory materials can be introduced to primary and secondary schoolers, and for the more advanced materials can be introduced to tertiary students, such as already introduced in the curriculum of civil engineering, geology, and geophysics, and geography. And then we propose that for the informal sectors such as general public and stakeholders should also be introduced in these hazards. Particular emphasis should be made to stakeholders because they are involved in policy making and implementation, which would directly affect the mitigation of the land subsidence hazard. So, at the conclusions, we can see here that the land subsidence is an imminent threat in Indonesia. Yet, apart from researchers and scientists, a few of the stakeholders and public have a thorough understanding of this and awareness of this hazard. Therefore, education play an integral part in raising knowledge, awareness to reduce vulnerability of the affected community. We hope to stimulate collaboration between educators and researchers to build appropriate right-on-target learning methods and materials. We hope that this meeting today will be the initiator for further collaboration between universities, schools, government agencies, and the public to increase the awareness of this silent hazard. Thank you for your attention. We would also like to thank Lembaga Ilmu Pengetahuan Indonesia, especially Kornet CPI, for the research fund, and also for the Pusat Air Tanah Geologi Tata Lingkungan Badan Geologi for supporting this research. Thank you very much for your attention.